She didn't stop loving you overnight. Think about that. There wasn't one big fight, no dramatic moment, no final argument that broke everything wide open. She just went quiet. And you noticed, but you didn't understand it. You told yourself she was tired, or stressed, or just having a bad week. But weeks turned into months. And now you're sitting here watching this video, because somewhere deep down you feel it, that invisible wall between you two. That silence that feels louder than any argument ever did. You want to know what happened to her? I'm going to tell you, but it might be the most uncomfortable truth you've ever heard about love. Because she didn't lose interest in you. She lost the energy to fight for something that was quietly draining her. And there's a massive difference. Picture this. On a Tuesday, she's been working since 7 a.m. She comes home, and the dishes from this morning are still in the sink. She doesn't say anything. She just does them. You're on the couch, half watching TV, half scrolling your phone. She asks you something small. Did you call the landlord about that leak? You say, "Oh, I forgot. I'll do it tomorrow." She nods, says nothing, walks to the bedroom. That moment, you thought was nothing. She thought it was everything. Not because of the landlord, not because of the dishes, but because of what those things represented. Being invisible. Being an afterthought in a relationship she was giving everything to. And here's the psychology of what happens next. She doesn't blow up. She doesn't scream. She doesn't send you a long text. She does something far more powerful. She starts protecting herself. Here's what most men don't understand about women: an emotional disconnection. Women don't check out because they don't care. They check out because they cared too much for too long without feeling it returned. Psychologists call this emotional withdrawal. It's a self-preservation mechanism. When someone experiences repeated emotional neglect, feeling unseen, unheard, unappreciated, the brain literally begins pulling back to protect itself from further pain. Think of it like this. If you touched a hot stove once, you'd pull your hand away fast. Now imagine touching it slowly, every day, for months. At some point, your body learns. Don't reach out. Stop expecting warmth. Protect yourself. That's what happened to her. Every time she expressed something and felt dismissed, she touched the stove. Every time she needed presence and got your phone screen instead, she touched the stove. Every time she asked for something emotional and got defensiveness, she touched the stove. And eventually, she stopped reaching. Not because she stopped loving you, but because she's human. And humans can only bleed quietly for so long before they find a way to stop the bleeding themselves. Most men, when they notice the distance, make one of two mistakes. The first mistake, they ignore it. They tell themselves, she's just in a mood. They wait for it to pass. They keep doing exactly what they've been doing, and the distance grows. The second mistake, they get defensive. They say things like, "I do everything for you. You're never satisfied. What else do you want from me?" And in that moment, they just proved her right. Because what she needed wasn't a list of your contributions. She needed to feel seen, valued, chosen. There's a quote that hits like a punch. People don't leave because they stop loving someone. They leave because they got tired of being the only one trying. She tried. She really did. She dropped hints. She said things like, "I just want to feel like a priority," or "It feels like you don't notice me anymore." And those words? They were her last bridges before she started building walls. One day, she wakes up, and something is different. It's not sadness exactly. It's more like clarity. She stops arguing. Not because she agrees, because she's done explaining. She stops trying to make you understand. Because she's had that conversation 100 times in her head, and it never ends differently. She starts pouring her energy into herself, her friendships, her goals, her peace. And from the outside, it might look like she's moving on, or that she's cold or detached. But inside, she's grieving. She's still there. She still loves you. She's just choosing herself first. Finally. And that shift, that quiet decision, is one of the loneliest places a person can be in a relationship. She's not gone, but she's not fully present either. She's standing at the door. And the question isn't whether she can come back from that place. The real question is whether you notice the door before it closes. She didn't lose interest. Let me say that again, because this is the part that matters most. She did not lose interest. She chose peace over chaos. She chose silence over screaming into the void. She chose her own sanity over the exhausting cycle of trying to feel valued by someone who didn't know how to show her that she was. And the painful truth? She didn't want any of this. She wanted the version of you that made her feel like the most important person in the room. She wanted effort. She wanted presence. She wanted to be the person you chose every single day, not just when things were easy. She wasn't asking for perfection. She was asking for consistency. For small moments of, I see you. For choosing her over your comfort zone, even when it was hard. She didn't need grand gestures. She needed you to do the dishes without being asked. To put the phone down when she was talking. To ask how her day was and actually listen. She needed the tiny things that say, you matter to me. And when those things went missing long enough, she had to become her own source of that. She chose peace, not because peace is easy, but because chaos slowly kills everything. So what does this teach you? Whether you're in this situation right now, or you love someone and never want them to feel this way, listen carefully. Appreciation isn't a one-time event, it's a daily practice. Presence isn't about being in the same room. It's about making someone feel like they're not alone in their own relationship. Emotional safety doesn't happen by accident. It's built, brick by brick, through 1,000 small moments of choosing someone. You cannot wait until she's already pulled away to start showing up. By then, she's not waiting for you to change. She's learning how to be okay without you. And the hardest part? She probably still loves you. That's what makes emotional disconnection so devastating. It's not hate. It's not indifference. It's love that ran out of reasons to stay open. Pay attention before the silence becomes permanent. She didn't walk away because she stopped caring. She walked toward peace because caring without being valued slowly destroys a person. And maybe, just maybe, the real lesson here isn't about her at all. It's about you. It's about whether you're the person who notices the quiet before it becomes permanent. It's about whether love, for you, is something you perform when it's convenient, or something you choose every single day, even when life gets loud. She deserved consistency. She deserved presence. She deserved someone who noticed the small things before they became the only things left. Don't be the person who only understands what they had once it's already gone. If this video made you feel something, that feeling is important. Don't ignore it. Drop a comment below. She chose peace. If this hit differently, and if this video found you at the right moment, subscribe, because every week we go deeper into these truths that most people are too afraid to say out loud. Take care of the